Hello everyone. Today now we will just start with the other topic, that is defects of Indian structure. Here, as we saw the structure of Indian text structure, but now we will see that which actually defects are there in the Indian text structure. The first one is low share of taxation. As we saw that, as in the according to the gross national product, that is the GNP, right, what actually other countries are just living the taxes, right. So as according to the total national income, when compared with the other countries, India is actually having a very less, that is 18% of GNP and 20% of GNP in the developed countries. And in America, the share of tax revenue with the national income is only 29%, 33% in Britain and 35% in Germany. But while India is only having an 18% of GNP. So this is how it is one of the defect we can say, that first one, that is a low share of taxation. The second is complex structure. Here there is a complex structure in the Indian text structure, that is all about direct, indirect, what is to be included in it, what is not to be included in it. So this is how now the government has actually planned into a single legislation, that is a DTC, that is a direct taxes code. Here direct tax, namely the income tax, wealth tax, that actually comes into it, right. So various also taxes were there earlier, like service tax, excise tax, and all these taxes were there. VAT was there, value added goods tax, right. So now only the one all these taxes is combined into the one, that is what called GST. So this is how we have just got the improvement in it, goods and service tax, which actually simplifies the current indirect tax, which actually earlier were very complicated. So all the goods and services will be brought into the GST base. The third one is fewer efforts of the states in levying taxes. Actually state is not having that much कि they should levy the taxes from the people, but here instead of levying the taxes, they are taking the loan from the central government, right. So this is how most of the states budget actually remains deficit. Then the fourth one is dominance of indirect taxes. Dominance of indirect taxes is what? Here actually the indirect taxes are being considered, developed countries is very less than 20%, while in India the central revenue receipts from the indirect taxes was in the ratio of 74.26% in 1994-1995, right. So here in the same way, the ratio of the state government was 83.17%. So here after implementing the such new policies of the economic, the rate of the indirect taxes is also reduced up to 43% in 2012. So this is how the burden of indirect taxes now can be shifted on the consumer. So the problem of inflation has rises. So this is why it is said that indirect taxes are more burden to the poor than the wealthy. Fifth one is large proportion of tax evasion. Here tax evasion is being done because tax structure is to be maintained is very complex. So this is how to avoid for paying the taxes, they are taking such other steps to show that this is not actually our income, and then they are showing so this, for that reason only the black money is actually increasing. Exempted agricultural income. Here agriculture income is actually being exempted, but here while non-agriculture sector, from them the state government levies, right. So this is how central government imposes here high tax on the income, while the state government does not impose tax on the agriculture income. So this is also the being done. Then the seventh one is regressive tax structure. Regressive tax structure actually we have studied what actually it becomes a burdensome on the poor people as well, even though their income is not there, but they have to pay that much tax, right. So this is how rich people are enjoying it, and poor people are facing a burden. So it shows that there is not a principle of equity or a social justice in this. So it is also a defect of the tax structure we can say. Then eighth one is less than ability to pay. Here actually the maximum ability can be as according to the national income of the country, while here it is less in India. Why? Because according to the economic survey in 2011-12, the central taxation and GDP ratio is 10.5 here. So this will enhance actually in the 13% in 2016. Okay. Then ninth one, it is frequently changes in the taxation. As taxation's defect structure is already there, we saw frequent taxation changes are done every year, right? So this is how it affects adversely on savings and investment. Savings we are not doing only for 2 months or 3 months, right? We are doing it for years, right? And every year the tax system structure is also changing, so it becomes difficult for the producers, traders and investors to take a decision for a long time period, we can say. 10th one is inconsistency among the tax policy, price policy and income policy. Here there is nothing like inconsistency in these all policies. All the policies are keep on changing as according to the situations, right? So this also affects here. Then 11th is tangent less population. Here its burden actually falls on the small portion of population, while majority of the people are actually not covered over here. In the Britain, Germany and etc., here the tax system is actually broad in nature, while in the India it is considered as a narrow. So this is how the indirect taxes people are being affected. Then lack of equality. As we saw that in the regressive system there was nothing like an equality being there, right? So here imposes on the higher income groups are paying higher, and they are also yielding a larger revenue, but this does not justify the canon of equity. Income of joint family and an individual. Here when an individual is earning, but here then the situation arises that he has to pay the tax, then what he does, he takes the family member as the partner, and then he just can evade the tax by showing their income in the family trust. This is also a defect of the Indian tax structure. Unplanned and unorganized tax structure, as we saw that several taxes are actually imposed on the ad hoc basis, right, to meet the deficits. So this is how then some taxes are also introduced like in political reasons, and also they are getting a chance for it. So this is how it is like considered as an unplanned and unorganized tax structure. Then high marginal rate of indirect taxes. As we all saw कि indirect taxes का marginal rate बहुत high था. So this is how in India maximum rate of income tax was 97.25% before the year 1975, but now it has reduced very much. Tax arrears. In India, larger amount of tax is laying in arrears. Why? Because it is due to the inefficiency of the tax system. Unrealistic है, right? So lack of information भी नहीं होता है, lack of information है, मतलब information proper नहीं मिलती है. So this is how the defects of the Indian tax structure. Now we will see that role of taxation in the economic development. How these taxation system is actually helping us for the development of our economy. Here main objectives are there for the Indian tax policy also. These are the roles also can be included over here. The instruments of the revenue receipt here, when actually government needs an revenue, right, कि उसको एक्सपेंसेस के लिए उसके एक्सपेंसेस ऑलरेडी ज़्यादा ही होते हैं, राइट, तो वो एक्सपेंसेस के पूरा करने के लिए वो टैक्स पे ही डिपेंडेंट है, राइट. तो गवर्नमेंट इज़ टोटली डिपेंडेंट ऑन द टैक्सेशन ओनली, बट हियर इन द मॉडर्न डेज व्हाट टैक्सेशन इज यूज्ड नॉट ओनली फॉर रेजिंग इनकम but also for achieving the social objectives like reduction in inequality and in the income distribution. So this is also an instrument of the revenue receipt, we can say, right. Then allocation of resources. Here taxation does the work for the allocation of resources in the desirable channels of the investment, and here it is also used for bringing the balanced regional development and also to control the inflation and deflation. Then reduction in inequalities of income and wealth. The income and wealth, another important objective of our tax policy is that to reduce the income and wealth Rapid economic development has also resulted into inequalities in the distribution of income and wealth. So this is how government is actually trying to secure the social justice by reducing these all things like income tax, excess profits tax and all this. Promote savings and investment. The one main objective of our tax policy is that savings and expenditures are very much important for the development of our economy. So they are trying very much for to get and proper use of the income, and this income should be used for actually the productive purpose, we can say. So this is also the main objective or the role of the economic development. Then the fifth one is control of inflation. Here another objective here is like कि government increases tax or the rate to control inflation. So here agricultural product affects highly on the general price level of India. So present tax structure has increased the proportion of a black money, as you all know that कि black money का अभी ज़्यादा बढ़ गया है. Balance of a regional development. Here government gives a specific relief from the taxation to the backward areas. उन लोगों को काफ़ी अच्छा बेनिफिट दिया जाता है, रिलैक्सेशंस दिए जाते हैं टैक्सेस पे करने के लिए कि बैकवर्ड एरिया को टैक्स पे करना है या कम पे करना है या पे नहीं करना होता है. बिल्कुल ST SC OBC वो सबको आपको पता है, ठीक है. देन जनरेट एम्प्लॉयमेंट. हियर टैक्स पॉलिसी हैज़ टू प्ले एन इम्पॉर्टेंट रोल इन कंट्रोलिंग ऑफ अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट. So this is how government are actually working for giving an employment opportunities. Development of public sector. Here government actually requires the funds to invest in infrastructure facilities. So taxation is actually considered as one of the important source of government revenue, and private sector does not here invest actually in the risky industries like because they are very useful for the economic development. So public sector has to invest in those industries only. Satisfy the demands of social goods. Social goods has actually increased for the growth of population, and here the expectations of people are also very increased that government is doing very good for us, should do good for us and build and provide us very good facilities. So this is how the safety demands of social goods has also increased. So these were the basic objectives, I can say, for the role of the economic development from the taxation. Now we will see that what actually the tax avoidance and tax evasion is. In simple words, I will just say that it is very important as per the 2 marks, I can say it is being asked in the exam, 2 marks, that what is tax evasion and what is tax avoidance. Tax avoidance is such, we can say it is a legal, right, वो legal चीज़ है. जस्ट उसमें क्या होता है कि आपका जितना टैक्स भरने को आता है तो उसमें आप मॉडिफाई कर लेते हो, कोई ऐसे लीगल मेथड्स यूज़ करते हो कि फिनेंशियल की सिचुएशन ऐसी आ जाए कि आपको इनकम टैक्स कम पे करना पड़े. दैट इज़ व्हाट कॉल्ड एन टैक्स अवॉइडेंस. टैक्स अवॉइडेंस लीगल होता है, ठीक है. और टैक्स एविएशन वो कैसा होता है, इलीगल होता है. कैसा होता है, इलीगल होता है. हम क्या करते हैं, पे नहीं करते हैं, छुपा देते हैं इनकम, हम दिखाएंगे इतनी इनकम, देन वो इनकम क्या कंसिडर होती है, ब्लैक मनी. टैक्स इवेशन इज़ एन इलीगल वाइल टैक्स अवॉइडेंस इज़ अ लीगल. ओनली दिस मच आई वुड लाइक टू से अबाउट इट, राइट. ओके, थैंक यू.